I'm at my favorite spot in Mendocino, looking at the headlands, looking at the ocean, and watching the sun go down. We've had some amazing sunny weather. I think it's still winter, though. It's very cold out. Especially today. It feels extra cold. The fog is lurking. But it's been an interesting journey, me and the sun. I really, after my first trip to Egypt, was very obsessed with the sun. I mean, I've always just totally been a sun worshiper in other ways, loving living in Hawaii for many years and being warm all the time. You know, that feels amazing sometimes. And the path of the sun is super interesting. And there's like these old texts that if you can really understand gematria and the root meaning of all words, then you can decipher the language which is encoded, and it tells you about how to read the sky clock and how the sun and moon move in a vortices up and down this, then spirals. They move up and they move down. And it actually kind of arcs, but it's more like our perspective. When things are far away, the things look low. And when things are close up, they look high in the sky. Like the luminaries is what I'm talking about. So anyways, I've been learning about it, and it's really amazing because there's something about, like when I started to learn astrology, I remember saying, I want to know my place in this world, in this realm. Where am I here in this realm? And the astrology was going to give that to me, and it did. It gave me a lot of information about myself and my environment and the way I do things. And how to, kind of decipher people in certain ways. But it's only potentials. It's not like they're this, like labels. It's potentials. So, and then after going to Egypt, I came back and I was like, Ra, oh my God, and just really feeling their respect for Ra and the way they portrayed Ra, the sun. And I was like, wow, the sun is really this thing. And then I realized, of course, the moon is too. They're meant to be tracked together. We're meant to pay attention, give our attention to these luminaries and noting the path and the way they move. And you can also tell what time it is through this method anytime by the placement in the sky. So it's super interesting. And there's a channel on Rumble. I don't like Rumble, but there's a channel, I don't like any of them really, but there's a channel on Rumble called Law of the Luminaries. And she's amazing. She's done a lot of work and she's done a lot of boots on the ground. She's been watching the sun and moon and looking at these texts. And I can't tell you, it's hard to grasp it all at once. So it's like kind of a layered effect. And I've been years in the astrology game, so I already kind of have an advantage understanding the way the wheel, the 12 tropical astrology, the way that wheel is set up and the energies. So that's kind of half the battle too. But it is really an amazing way to understand this reality we live in, and how everything is a toroidal field, and even the sun is a toroidal field, according to this understanding, which is ancient and has been passed down and is in a lot of our culture, but it's just masked. So we're not taught this whole story in sequence to even understand it. So and then it gets rewritten and all that. So there's a lot of manipulation that's happened to some of the original amazing works that were here to help us figure out this reality, because, you know, if you don't, it can eat you alive, because there's so much going on, and we're in such a phase of too much information that it gets very confusing for people. So learn your place in this reality, in this divine mathematical construct. You know, learn to use the energy of shape, which is sacred geometry. Learn to use the energy of sound, which is also our words, and because that is sound, and the understanding the original meaning of words. There it goes. Oh, boo-hoo. Well, it's been a nice few days, but yes, the fog is coming in. Anyways, I just wanted to share that because I am so inspired by this work. And then there's a whole connection with astrology and the energies of your blood and vibration, and a homeopathic solution to balancing the energies of your blood using sun and moon as well, because they are a frequency and an energy. So using these tools, this is science. This is our true science. So, anyways.